Tipsy Plumber by Ramperdesum Rolfuyoshi with some Turks music. Welcome, Dinosaur Land. Looks like this is Dinosaur Land. In this strange land, we find that Super Mario is drunk again. Looks like beer is added again. Now I can appreciate this. Did you know some rats are Catholic? They worship Jesus Christ. Queso Cristo. Pampered Sam and Ruffle Yoshi are good fake names. They are indeed. Oh, God. Oh, God. No. Mario has had a few beers too many and is now inebriated. Any button or D-pad press will be held for 30 frames or until another is pressed. This is nightmarish. Highly questionable. Well played. Okay, I think that's the key to it. When I want to stop, I just need to press down. Okay, fine, it doesn't solve all my problems, but at least it kind of solves the problem. Oh, God. At least we get some good Chrono Trigger music. Okay, down and up definitely have their place here. I really want that mushroom. Kind of want to look up who... Ah! See nothing of the two SNES mouse entries? I have my SNES mouse at the ready. It is to the left of my setup right now. I haven't plugged it in, but I have it at the ready. God, I'm surprised no one ever did this for chat hacks. Like, people really like nightmarish move tech for chat hacks, and somehow no one's ever thought, hey, you know what? Holding buttons longer than you really want them. Like Doom controls. Chef said her mom was literally sending her to Germany for this. Huh. To say this is how you function when you're drunk. Everything is half a second delayed. God. Oh, this is so painful. You know what? Nuts to that. Okay, how about this? If I do this right... Okay, the other problem is that apparently... Oh, God, stopping. You cannot stop. You can't press the same button twice. Or something like that. Let's say that was a new record, but no, it wasn't. Like, there's something more to what what's going on than what they've stated. Yeah, you can't press if it's already being held. Okay. Her SNES mouse being shipped internationally for QLDC because who would think to pack their SNES mouse? Ah, okay, I get it now. Yeah, I bought one just for QLDC last year. I do not regret said purchase. Just to play QLDC levels last year, not to, because I was not a judge. Well, that's better than I was expecting. Nuts. It's the best way to play Civilization on the SNES. Well, the problem is you're still playing Civilization on the SNES. You can play all sorts of games that are not on the SNES. That are also... You can play Civ with other controls, is all I'm saying. Alright, you know what? Okay, so much for that theory. My theory was that if I just treat this as a high-flow Kaizo level, maybe it'll work. We can see quite clearly that it does not. It's not the worst idea to play Civilization on a SNES. I agree, like, Civilization's a fun game. People should just in general play Civilization. What else? You're gonna play Arkanoid? Mario Paint? SimCity. People apparently really like SimCity for SNES. I don't know why. I mean, you can play it on PC and get all of the features that aren't like a weird mayor with a hair that looks like grass. It doesn't even support the SNES? Really? Oh, the smooth Kaiser. Yeah. I mean, it works up to a point. This is where it stops working. Sim Ant does. I think I tried playing Sim Ant, or maybe it was Sim Earth all of like once, and was just baffled by what the fuck I was supposed to do. That was a game that needed a manual. Sim Ant is pretty inscrutable. I'm curious to see who made this horrid abomination of controls. The fact that there's pipes, like fast pipes, makes me think it might be Haraga but himself, but I don't think that's right. What's up? How you doing, Black Dragon Yu-Gi-Oh? We're currently having some control problems. So you might be able to guess. This was 36, right? I'm curious now. I have it open somewhere. I'm going to see. Not going to say. Oh, well, that explains a few things, doesn't it? That completely explains everything. Haraga's entry is both something else and great. I will look forward to playing it then. Okay, first jump, then spin. Shoot. Okay, my plan there, I have a plan now. Okay, I have something vaguely resembling a plan. It's down, it's very bright. That fireball. Okay. How do I do this? Something about how the movement works is a little bit weird with regards to spin jumping. I swear it takes less than 30 seconds to get it back, and sometimes I cannot get back my regular jump. Or 30 frames. Well, I made it through. Kind of. I really hope this doesn't have too much level before the next checkpoint. Okay. First section is probably the hardest in the level. I mean, I feel it's pretty standard with how an awful lot of people build their levels these days, where the first section is going to be the hardest section, which I appreciate, honestly. Though it's certainly more of like a Kaizo aesthetic thing than necessarily a standard aesthetic thing. What's up, Zucati? How you doing? I'm trying to play this level where Mario is drunk. It's surprisingly difficult. Without Drunk Mario, I suspect this would be a lot easier. But Mario had to have just 3 extra IPAs at the bar. Nope. What? Because what would Mario drink? Like, he's a plumber, he's an Italian plumber from Brooklyn, right? So, like, you think he would be into, I don't know, because he wouldn't have been into hipster shit, right? Because Brooklyn only became, like, weirdly hipster gentrified long after Mario would have moved there. The original Mario, of course, was actually a dude from Redmond, Washington. But that doesn't really help us here. Like, I still feel I'd have an appreciation for red wine, but, like, that wouldn't be his jam, right? Those spikes. Yeah, wine, certainly, but I don't know if that'd be, like, his go-to drink. Like, he doesn't, like, go to the bar and orders one wine. Or maybe he's the kind of guy who likes red wine but has no real preference. It's like, house red's fine, whatever. Yeah, I could see that. It would definitely be more of his, more the blue class sort of thing. Blue collar sort of thing to do. Mushroom liqueur. I mean, if you want mushroom liqueur, that's what sake technically is. Which would kind of fit with his, not entirely Japanese roots. Sake is actually made with a different fermentation mechanism than most liquors. I just had an idea, and I don't know if it's a good one. You guys thought of it. I thought I might be able to pause the game to mess with the frame counter, but nope, you guys thought of it. Smart. Yeah, I thought that might be really clever, but once it didn't work, I no longer felt terribly clever. Well played. How long did it take in testing to figure that out and prevent it? Or did you guys figure that out from the get-go? Because it took me a moment after getting the mushroom to realize the frame counter was still running during other frames. Pretty fast. Nice. Oh. This is so obnoxious. Okay, you know what? Let's go back to fast Kaizo level theory. Swear I didn't press A that near. Okay, almost. Like, fast Kaizo works kind of okay. Ugh. I swear it's not 30 seconds. Okay, I need the mushroom. There's no way around the mushroom needing for the time being. My God. None of my instincts work here. Except that... Except that post the mushroom, they work. Okay. Does it eat both? Okay. There is something that is not correct. I think that the thing is that thing is in fact lying to me. Okay. A quick test. What? Then why am I having so much trouble getting him to jump? No, not jump up there. Fall down would have worked. Like, I cannot get him to jump consistently, and I don't understand why. It's not like he alternates jumps. And I tried alternating jumps, and it does the right thing. If I get caught there, I get caught. Jump, spin. Walk. Fail to care. Blah. Snake. Okay. Some things work. This section is not by you. I remember playing Alex's QLDC level, the first one. I'm like, man, this is a lot of level. Yeah, I have to do that part basically perfectly, or else it doesn't work. Because if I get caught on the left edge there, it prevents me from moving forward. But that works. Gets me enough invuln to go through here. I can run straight past these critters, and then we can get to this section where I have to think about what the hell I'm supposed to do. Apparently God. Oh. Okay, getting closer. I have like strats now that kind of work. Emphasis on the word kind of, but Alex appears to be incredibly good. I would state that that is a massive understatement. That Alex is incredibly good at SMW. I mean, I think he's the only moderator who, like, does all three classes of things. Standard, Kaizo, and then tool-assisted. And there's no question that he deserves to do all three of them. He is incredibly qualified. Possibly ridiculously qualified. Just kind of hoping I would land on the turtle. Keep hoping that would land on it, but I know it's not going to. No, jump! I pressed all of the jump buttons. None of them worked. Like, I've come up with a strat that works. It doesn't work well, but it works. Oh, there's no reason for me not... Oh, there's all reasons not for me to do that. Because I'm gonna fall... I guess that didn't really change anything, did it? My timing there could have been better. Doo-doo. This song is used in one of my favorite parts of Chrono Trigger. The part where you have to go do the trial. Find the king, possibly find the king guilty. It's one of the things I really like about Chrono Trigger. You get these little vignettes that you don't really get in an awful lot of other RPGs in that era. It's a little bit of closure for each character. Except Isla, who has no closure, because, well, she just doesn't get any. Though she does kind of get some in Chrono Cross, and in fact gets a lot better of a future than most people in Chrono Cross do. But that's a different story for a different day. It's true, Alex is incredibly good at SMW. Okay, I swear to God, sometimes I'm just stuck to the floor. It just eats inputs, and I cannot do anything about it. Like, I have not touched B. And it just will not jump. Chrono Cross is really depressing. Oh, yeah, it is. It starts off nice enough. As silly antagonists that have silly names. But then you get to near the end of the game, you're like, oh, everything I liked about Chrono Trigger is gone. Everything. Just everything I liked about Chrono Trigger is gone now. Every character you cared about, yeah, they had a shit life ahead of them. Why not? It's an interesting exercise. Invalidates everything. Yeah, it's a confusing mess. Just what Square liked to do back then is just have things that were a big, confusing mess. Xenogears, similar story. Okay, I am pressing every jump button when I was going back and forth there, and none of them worked. Like, I do not believe the description matches how this behaves. I think Mario was drunkenly lying to me. Still works. What was the timing I did last time that worked? Nope. It's possible he's both. He might be a drunken liar. Like, every time I find a somewhat consistent setup for this, I lose it, which sucks. And it glues me to the floor! Like, I do not believe the description matches how this actually works. At this point, I refuse to believe that is actually the case. I legitimately do not believe it. There is either some sort of bug or the game is lying to me, based upon the experience I'm having. Because I have definitely not pressed B in, like, the 30 seconds hence, and I could not get off the floor. I think it works as described with left and right. I do not think it works as described with the other buttons. I'm trying different things. I need to get back to the one strat I had that worked. Nothing quite like emote only. I'm just waiting for a sip emote. That's where you can really tell things have gotten difficult. Like, look, right there. I pressed every jump button, and it literally just let me sit there. Like, I'm going back to... I'm found my Kaizo methods. Just gonna wait. Drop controller. It's molded by chaos. Chaos is power enriched by the heart. Well. That was the closest I've gotten. That's touch the rim. I played Sonic Adventure about a year ago. It was a good game. Maybe I'll play Sonic Adventure 2 at some point in the near future. Though I'm going to play Final Fantasy 3 tomorrow. Guess he got back to me. So we're going to do that. The NES version of Final Fantasy 3, not the SNES version that is much more popular. There we go. Okay, but what if... See-through battle monsters? No. You don't have enough points. Oh, I need to turn off channel point reward stuff. I've been saying this for months. I was gonna make an announcement in Discord, and I just haven't left it in the editing state and moved on with my life. Doing Final Fantasy 6 again would be kind of fun, but I probably need some sort of challenge thing allocated to it, because I actually know pretty well how to beat that game without too much difficulty. Let's try it again. The best part is if anyone comes in here watching this level might think I'm a complete and utter moron for how I'm playing this. Like, no part of this looks like someone intelligent playing the game. Okay. That jump. That was dumb. Oh, I'm still jumping too late. Gonna wait. I trust my my buddy here. Like, the only thing I can actually trust him for is letting me have the regrab. Yep, so many death markers. It all gets logged to a database, too, so I'll know exactly how many times I died in any given level. That's one of the things I'll publish with the BLDC judging notes, is how many times I died in any given level, except for Sky Planes, because fuck Comcast. It broke my bot. I fixed one of the problems there, but I didn't fix all of them. So that one will have a massive undercount, but all of the other ones will be more or less accurate. This is a feature you can put on any SMW ROM. The death markers? Yeah. Pretty much. There's only... Nope, no, actually, yeah, anyone, pretty much. It took some time in doing, but there's pretty much none of them I don't think that I can get support on with a little bit of work. And the current version, I think, works well enough that it is not a problem on anyone I've run into in a while. I do turn off my tech on some ROMs because there's certain features that don't play so well. But for the most part, it works. It took a non-trivial amount of tooling to make it work, but that's one of the things about SMW ROMs, is you never quite know what you're going to get in terms of feature set. I wonder if I should do a regular jump there. A little bit higher jump might actually benefit me over the spin jump, but at the same time, regular jumps don't seem to work half the time. Okay. No! That's the problem, is I keep thinking that if I hit a wall, I might actually be able to burn off my momentum, and the answer is no. No, that doesn't work anymore. Reed should work. I don't remember if Reed does the remapping thing, though, so you probably need to know a little bit about how this works. But you can pick an arbitrary address, and it should at least attempt to read it, though it probably reads the linear address and not the mapped address. That was not what I expected. It's much more useful when I'm doing chat hacks, where I just let people control my SNES through memory rights. Okay, that works. Okay, made it. Thank you for the follow. New here, sorry. Are you playing the game right now? Like, what am I testing? I'm not testing anything. This is a QLDC level. QLDC stands for Questionable Level Design Contest. And so people produce weird levels for it. So the key concept here, and in fact I'll hit the message box again so you can read it. Mario has had a few beers too many and is now inebriated. Any button or D-pad press will be held for 30 frames or until another is pressed. I do not believe that that's an accurate description of what's going on at this point. But, that being said, that's the constraint I'm under. In addition to that, we're also using a small, sort of additional thing that I've implemented called using USB to SNES. It's, oh, that's nifty. Basically, it's a USB port on the USB to on my SD to SNES. And I'm using the USB port to do memory writes and reads in real time, which allows for the death marker interface, as well as other features like the in-game alerts which I initially implemented because I was really bad at reading alerts. I'm not gonna lie. But Twitch has subsequently made the alert system a lot more tractable and more usable. So it's not as necessary as it used to be. But I still like it, and it's a nice little feature. So I've kept it around. It's a partial constraint, a partial explanation. Okay. Task Learner? No, it's just a really weird way to play this game. Did I make all this? I did not make the level. The level was made by Yolpy and a guy named Alex on SMW Central. The USB stack was written by Red Guy. The USB libraries that I wrote to make it all work, as well as my bot and all the other stuff, I wrote. But as with most things, standing on the shoulders of giants. Nope. Oh, and TJB made the death icon. Initially, it just had the Courier New X in it, and it didn't look so good. And one day, TJB just said, "Here, Pat, take this SVG I made. It's way better." And I did, and it was way better. Because initially, I think I made the whole thing in, like, CSS. It was really awkward looking. I'm not good at CSS. My skills with HTML kind of begin and end with HTML4. So I don't really believe in CSS. It exists, and I use it, but I don't believe in it. Okay. That jump. So I think that should explain more or less the extent of it. Yeah. Okay. We got a run going. I'm vaguely tempted to try to get the... How'd I jump? I know better than that. To try and get the mushroom. But I also think the mushroom might in fact be an idiot button. An idiot trap. So I think I probably shouldn't. The fact that I cannot consistently jump is infuriating, I'm going to be honest. Which is probably a good thing in this contest. Okay. Try jumping when drunk? I have! It's not that hard. It all makes sense. Okay, I'll trust you on that one. There we go. Got hit on the wall, and oddly hit the thwomp. It's too late. Mario's 5 feet tall, so he jumps 20 feet when on vertical jump. Try that. Okay, fine. That's not actually possible. I think we did the math. I did this math once when I was a young child and came to the conclusion that Mario, in fact, has to be massless. Due to the fact that he can jump that high in the... yeah, basically the only way that this works is if Mario either can create force or is, in fact, massless. I believe was the conclusion I drew. Because high school physics. Still, I think that the fact that the text box is lying to me is incredibly vexing. Alright, I got the mushroom. It's not as hard as it looks. Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought it was. And it certainly is probably going to give me a better chance of completing the next section. I can't believe that worked. Not that it matters. But I can't believe it worked. I guess it also means that any button I press will be subject to re-grab rules. Which isn't helpful. Oh, I thought I'd land on him. No. Okay, that works. Except when the jumping doesn't work again. I'm really hoping the subsequent section is not that long. After the bit I've seen is not that long. Switching to a longer jump would give me a little more time. Well, okay. Well, that was fun. Nope. I've almost run out of things to talk about with regards to this mushroom. Whee! Nope. Longer jump does not help. Makes the subsequent stuff a little bit weirder. Okay. But... disregarded my first notions about the gimmick. My first notion was to try and Kaizo level it. The other notion I have is that the game is lying to me, which makes me disregard most things. Which isn't ideal. My first notion about the gimmick. What would that mean in a useful context? I'm trying to think of what that might mean puzzly. Okay. Think about what the text has told me. Duck. Duck. I mean, my first notion of the gimmick is it's messing with my momentum. That was the first one before I read the box, which required actually doing the gimmick a little bit. But that doesn't matter. But I also... the way this plays doesn't match what's being said, and that's the thing that's getting to me. Like I said, the fact that the buttons don't work consistently is either some sort of elaborate troll or some loss of information. The problem is also that my natural inclination when I lose control is to jump. Because if nothing else, I can stall out in the air for at least a little bit. Trying to figure out what that message could mean. And or if it matters. I'm just gonna run into it. I don't care. I want to see the next part. Thanks, I hate it. Not using my controller to the fullest. I can scroll. I have been trained so hard to never ever touch L and R in levels where weird things are happening. And this is completely on me. I've just been trained to never use L and R, ever. As bizarre as that sounds. Scrolling's not what you mean? Alright. Should I bust out the mouse? The mouse could help for sure. Okay, I will definitely bust out the mouse on the next, like, 3 deaths. Okay, other buttons on the controller. Okay. I did this. I pressed down to cancel my movement sometimes. That's a thing I did. That does, in fact, appear to work. I guess I forgot about that. I started just trying to treat it like a Kaizo level. With Kaizo assumptions. Duck. Oh. The thing about ducking, just the word duck in this kind of context, is I'm used to it, like, referring to the rubber ducking phenomenon for programming. Trying to figure out how I can integrate the duck integration. I still think that maybe the first part... Actually, no. Now that I think about it, if there are dragon coins, this means I'm not even a fifth of the way through the friggin' level. So my approach has definitely got problems. But I think I have to learn it. I don't think I have a choice. I think subsequent parts will take a lot longer to learn. Hey. Well, I have a consistent strat for this. Even without ducking, it does not matter. Okay. One more. The thing is, because of QLDC, I don't apologize for causing frustration. That is true. That is incredibly true. beautiful thing about QLDC. It's designed for this sort of weirdness. Not cancel my lefts. Wink. Scientific progress, of course, goes boink. Gotta remember not to press left immediately on that. What? Get up there! Out of curiosity, am I remotely close to any sort of checkpoint? Somewhat? Okay. Because if I wasn't, I think I might be willing to give up. At least for now. Not to say I wouldn't come back to it, but... I've spent so much time in this intro section. I would like to at least I'd like to at least thank you for not forcing me back to the world map between attempts, so that the music restarts and I get to hear the opening strands of all of like 20 seconds of song every single time. One obstacle from H, okay. That cadence felt right. Okay. Well. Alright, I almost made that. So technically more than one. Without fast retry, this would be hellish? Yes. Yes, it would. Let's bless Kevin for coming up with fast retry. At least I think it was Kevin. I do believe that an awful lot of Kaizo expansion would have never happened without fast retry. Sector 1, Sector 2, Sector 3. What about Sector Frank or Z? Wasn't the first one World Peace? You know, I don't actually know the history. I know Kevin's the current maintainer. But I don't know if World Peace came up with it first. Oh. So, for a long time, whenever Metroid Fusion was run on like a GDQ or something, there's a point in the game where there's an emergency in Sector like G or something. I forget exactly. But instead, people would always say it was an emergency in Frank or Z. But yeah, all credit to World Peace if that's where the credit goes. World Peace came up with the Jump Star World levels and got made better by him, and then Kevin rewrote it somewhat? Okay. Reached the point where it... Why doesn't it do that? Jump. World Peace version, an LX5, 1X5 version, LX5, don't know the name, and Kevin version. Okay. So great many people have worked on Retry Patch, and all of them are truly excellent people for having done so. And other reasons, probably. I mean, World Peace has contributed to the amount of bullet spam in the world. And Alex 5 is basically always in every single credits that I see on SMW Central when moderating anyway. Sector Woo. The TARDIS. Oh, TARDIS. Obligated to make the Who joke. Jump, spin. More of a KLF joke, but the Who is good too. What was that bit on bash.org? Someone was looking up the Who on Google. The is a common word and thus was omitted. Who is a common word and thus omitted. Wouldn't be mad if I tried something else. If I'm close enough, I'm gonna keep trying. I'm a persistent bugger. I'm not actually mad. Typically when I get mad, I stop talking. Reminds you of an old German joke? I'm curious. Though, the frustration from not understanding the rules is a little bit of a problem for me. I still have not figured out what the rules are vis-a-vis why jumping doesn't work. Because I definitely feel like it should just work sometimes when I'm doing it, and it just does not. Google would autocorrect. Google is Dorf. Google is village, as Google is dumb. I like it. This reminds me of another, like, silly Google thing. So Google whacking was a thing where people would find a pair of words that would have exactly one result on Google. And I found one that someone had found in my logs. Like, I was hosting a web server, and this particular web page I had one of the Google whacks on it. And the two words were salmon desecrator. Because I had a song that was basically like that. I don't know why that works. I had a song by the band Desecrator in a playlist, and the entire like thing on that server, there wasn't much, was the Winamp playlist. Yep, Salmon Desecrator, not even kidding. And there was another song that had the word salmon in it. I forget what it was. I'd have to look it up because it's been years. And I don't know if Desecrator actually ever went on to do anything, but it was probably a MP3 I got for mp3.com, which used to exist and be kind of cool. Found a lot of cool bands through mp3.com before it died, including, but not limited to, Dragon Force. Though at the time they were called Dragon Heart, but they ran into issues with the Sean Connery movie. So the more you know. They were eventually shut down because they came up with an idea that was just a bit ahead of their time, which was if you owned a CD and demonstrated you did by just like running their plugin, they would let you play your CD anywhere else in the world, anytime you wanted, which is cool. But it turns out the RIA didn't really like the idea of letting people listen to MP3s anywhere at any time. So they killed that and the site. So now there's a whole bunch of MP3s that are just kind of missing from that whole set, which is a bit of a bummer. A few I would still like out of it. Don't know if I have the full set of Alamantra tracks. I probably should go buy their more recent album. Not that it really matters that much. I mostly keep those MP3s on a machine that's turned off most of the time. Though I used to have them on my phone before I ran out of all space on my phone. Turns out 16 gigs doesn't matter that much when you have, like, 12 gigs of OS that's mandatory to have. Nope, it is not a lot on a modern phone. And my phone is not modern. I have an iPhone SE. Which I think might be a little bit, either like a Gen 6 or something. I refuse to upgrade because I like the screen size. I've looked into newer phones, but I just don't feel it. And of course, one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Flashing at something proper. There's only so much I can do. There we go. Cryogen mod used to be all about the rage for Android. Oh yeah, iPhone though, so not much I can do. There we go. That is one nice thing about Android, though. You can actually customize that kind of thing, provided your carrier isn't going to be painful about it. Spin jumping was bad there. Should have regularly jumped. Run Lineage, which CM became. Shame about the support list is not long and getting shorter all the time. That is a shame. Almost. Their supported list, yeah. Well, an awful lot of phone carriers just don't like the idea of people messing around with their phones. Which is a huge bummer. Since, you know, modifying your phone is actually kind of nice to do. I miss having my phone jailbroken. Mostly because I use tethering about once in a blue moon. I don't really want to pay AT&T for it. Improves the number on there. Even if it lags a few release cycles. Fair. Yeah, I don't know. I thought about that. Whatever. Oh. Perfect timing. 5 screens left after your furthest, so your guess was not the closest. Oh no. Thank you for the raid, Y Gaming. How you doing? How was your stream? What were you up to? And of course, thank you for the raid. Once you get a wealth of devices that don't robustly support messing with the bootloader, yeah. We're currently playing some questionable levels, and this level Mario is drunk. Which makes it surprisingly difficult to do simple things like walk forward, turn around, and other such things that most people appreciate when playing a Mario game. So. Good? Excellent. Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, every time it looks like I'm doing something really stupid, it's because the controls. The controls here are really hard to use. That jump with notwithstanding, that's completely me. Too early. I would say I'm making progress, but really I've gotten to, like, the following screens, like, whoa, like 4 times. Go over and go on here, though, which is nice. Oh. And then it sticks me to the floor sometimes for reasons I don't understand. caught on the wall. It's a narrow band where I can just do that jump without having problems. Ah! Glued me to the floor again. Oop. Nope. This level will be so freaking easy. Like, no shit. Like, there's nothing that difficult about any of these setups if it wasn't for the fact that I can't stop. Like, I'm vaguely tempted just turn on tools and get past it, because, like, I don't trust this level anymore. Between the gluing me to the floor thing, which I still can't explain in any serious capacity, like, look at that. Like, there's something that's about this that is lying to me, and I don't mind that. I just wish it wasn't lying to me. Like, it's okay to do these things, but don't tell me one truth and then expect me to be able to accomplish it. I don't know, there's something about it that bugs me. There's probably a rhyme or reason for why I get glued to the floor, but I can't figure it out, and it's bugging me. I wonder if it's because, like, things are done in discrete units as opposed to continuous units, which is what I think the thing told me it was doing. Okay. Not going up. There we go. Honestly, I'm not even convinced, like... Alright, what... If I did cheat, it'd probably be always cape. That'd be the cheat of choice, because in general, always cape solves most problems. But given that not to remember my deaths are to pits, it would not actually solve the problem all that well. Even water level's not going to help me that much if I can't stop. So that's not going to do it. What would I do if I wanted to cheat? Thinking. What would I do? Like, look, that didn't stick me to the floor again. Why? Caper. I think Caper's the one that immediately gives me flight, which is one of the reasons I don't use it. Or maybe that's Fly Me to the Stars. I forget exactly which module is which. There's a non-trivial number of modules in Carl, that all of which do something. There we go. And perfect. Must confess, I haven't had that happen recently. Perfect. always nice when I have, like, a run of runs where I'm actually making progress of a sort. I'm not certain how I could cheat this even if I wanted to, honestly. Thinking about what my options are and the general, like, general normal cheaty options. Like, if this is working the way it says it works, which... definitely debatable, then swimming isn't going to do me a lot of good. Aside from the fact that the Podobo is going to go away. I still wouldn't be able to stop. It would reduce the amount of momentum I have, if nothing else, I guess. I'm trying to think of what utility I could get out of my tools right now. I mean, really, the utility I'd get would be just all of these attempts where I die because I'm getting hit would become moot. But even so, that wouldn't do me that much good? I don't know. Alright. Let's... one more try. I'd be lying if I said I didn't like that. Always Cape. I mean, Always Cape is my module. That was the first Carl module that existed because it was the easiest thing to test. I needed something that would put something on screen when I was getting the whole thing working. Actually, no, I think the first module, which I don't think ever got shipped to the site, might have been something to turn me to Luigi. Since making Mario green is kind of obvious. How does this work? So... let me die so I can show you the box. The theory here is Mario has had a few beers too many and is now inebriated. Any button or D-pad press will be held for 30 frames or until another is pressed. I do not believe this to be a full description of what's going on because Yopi has told me it's not a full description of what's going on, and it does not match the observations I've made while playing this. Sometimes I get glued to the floor for reasons I have no clue for. Have I played 14? No, I have played 6, 18, 28, 34, 63, and 64. And this one, which is 36, which isn't in that list. How you doing, Fun Police? I'm getting very close to cheating at this level. Alright. There we go, that should work. Will this make my life easier? Probably not. Well, I mean, definitely yes, because I can just walk through obstacles now. Like, look at this. I am glued to the floor. It eventually faded, but it took a while. Just watched Author Suffer on 14. It's fucked up. Good to know. I'm definitely worried about that one. Definitely. Getting that turnaround is harder than it looks. But I want to see more of this level. I am tired of this intro section at this point. And the fact that the level is lying to me still bugs me. Don't even care. I'm done. I have expended my well of patience. And then I was glued to the floor. Like, this would be a pretty standard, normal-ish level, if not for the constraint. But I really just want to see up to the next part. And this at least lets me focus on the bits that matter, to some extent. Okay. I was stuck to the floor again. We'll explain what else is going on in the next section, because that's something I really want to know. Because I am tired of getting stuck to the floor. No idea. Fair enough. Okay. Too many button presses or something? But, like, it's literally when I just want to jump. It's like, no, you just don't get to jump, Pat. Like, I also try alternating and pressing other buttons just in case, but, like, I press all the buttons and none of them do anything. It's not expected behavior. Mario sometimes just doesn't seem to want to jump. That seems accurate. Going slowly helped you overcome it, I suppose. That probably is the smart move here. So just to be clear then, this actually might be some jank that exists in this ASM. That might make me feel a little bit better, possibly. Possibly. Also feel like there might be a hierarchy of button presses. Like, rights are taken more seriously than lefts. Okay. Another block snake. Don't even care. There we go. It's jank, 100%. Holding left or right, and right prioritizes right anyway. Okay. Alright, we'll turn off Always Cape for a bit then. Eh. Oh, it's an auto-scroller. Okay. Okay. So at the beginning of the section, I cannot jump. Alright, well. We're gonna try this in the style I've become accustomed to, unfortunately. Yeah, I want to say there is some sort of thing going on here that is not intended to be obnoxious, but it's QLDC, so no one's going to question it anyway. But, like, I am literally pressing... Like, you can see how it takes a while for it to start up again. I think it has something to do with the button presses being registered during the retry, would be my guess. If I had to make a guess, but it doesn't explain why B becomes inoperable. Oh, God. Section was partially lost at one part because of Windows being a dummy. That definitely happens. What? I wasn't pressing left right! 90% of this room is you. Last episode is maybe Alex. Okay. So let me guess on Windows. It decided to reset because there were patches, and it ended up closing Lunar Magic without saving. Because the most important thing in the world is for you to patch Windows. Not that you're using Windows for something important. No, it's that Windows is currently patched. Exactly. Okay. I remember I was playing D&D once with my buddies, and the DM's laptop just shut down. He's like, yeah, I guess we're going to wait for Windows Update now, because it's more important than playing our game. And yeah, we just had to wait for it. Nothing you could do at that point. God. Down. Right, down. Okay. Oh, you said no? Nope, Oh, nope, actually. I thought you said nope, exactly. Sorry, I misread that. What was Windows doing? Instead of being obnoxious in that specific way. I do know the person who came up with Windows Update. She's a rather pleasant person most of the time. But Windows Update was not one of her best ideas. Well, admittedly, it was not the best idea for everyone. Love looking at Windows to do post-patching. I'll just read that next death. So we can get off the floor. Open the door, get off the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Put everything in wrong graphics and wanted to undo with Control-Z, and that deleted your ROM outright, and it looked everywhere. It was literally gone. Even looked with the recovery software was overwritten. Control-Z and Explorer. Oh, how odd. Love for waiting Windows to just post-processing when you ever sit at the wear station and haven't sat at before work. Yeah. Yeah, NTFS doesn't handle deleted files well. There's a reason for that. It's complicated, but reasonable once you understand file systems. Which I do. FAT had such nice features for undeleting files, because the way FAT worked was effectively a linked list of cells. And that's all a file was a linked list of cells. And so if the file allocation table got deleted, you could try to basically patch up your linked lists, which generally worked pretty well. Press Control-D thrice. Once to remove new graphics, once again because the old graphics didn't come back. Another because you thought it might work. That removed your ROM because it was the last thing you moved. Oh. That's even weirder. The ROM wasn't open when you did this, was it? Like, Windows doesn't like deleting things that are open. Unlinking is really more of a Linux thing. Control-Y didn't bring it back. That I'm not surprised at. Okay, so like the obvious openers I have here, I cannot consistently accomplish because I can't jump on start. Like, get a screenshot of it being 80% done. Oh, that helps. I'm wondering if this is a hardware thing. Don't know if Alex plays on hardware. Wasn't open? Okay. Yeah, I once implemented something for Twitch channel points on Windows 98 that relied on files being closed, and yeah, that didn't work. It just slowly polluted my cache, which was silly. So I think we ended up throwing away that integration at some point. I guess it became my Windows 98 integration at the end of the day, which turned out to be relatively important for all of my other Twitch integrations, including the database of deaths. Should have just trusted the jump. I like this opener. Kind of. Oh, no! Just launches me into space. Yeah, the being glued to the floor thing is so painful. Like you can see, I'm just kind of like going back and forth until it works, which isn't great. I'll be curious to see if any of the judges have problems with being glued to the floor. Yeah, it might. I don't know. Like that last run, I really wanted to jump. I was actually pretty comfortable with jumping there. It was a thing I wanted to do. All right. Nope. Try pressing down, Pat. It often cancels whatever you're doing. Something I need to remember to do. Wonder maybe because it does says and lets you press B, but then B, and then B again. Doesn't jump already, but the second press restarts. I mean, maybe. There we go. At least I'm latched. Bop. Should've just trusted it. Because, like, the thing I want to do at the very beginning is jump on the dry bones and bonk into the thing, and I can't consistently do that because of the glued to the floor problem. That worked. Not in any big hurry. Okay, mostly not in any big hurry. That almost worked. Is it for both jumps that the timer's set, or just one? Because I've been switching between the two sometimes with success. Decided to send Bennett Foddy quotes to your Animal Crossing characters. Villagers? It's reasonable. Oh! Sometimes works. Reminds me that cookies are a sometimes food. The idea came from you? Really? For some ASM, you had some help? That's kind of cool. Who did the ASM, if you don't mind me asking? If not Alex. I guess that's the obvious answer. WAP guy getting over it. He'll always be the VVV. Oh, he did the room names of VVV? Really? They take long enough, they'll get to see that. Yeah. I mean, I really did like the room names in VVVV. They're nice room names. Very descriptive. How did he get that job? Was that his first game dev thing? Like, how did this happen? In what small universe? Friend of Alex's. Don't know if you're to say their name. Okay. Well, if you're not, if you feel you shouldn't say it, then feel free not to. I'm not sure how it matters, but if it matters to you, then I'm not going to question it. I think I'm also going to always cape pretty soon. Would have been post-quap. Terry Kavanagh and move in the same circles. Huh. Like, there. I could not jump. Like, that's the opening I want to do consistently. I mean, that's not going to help me too much. But a man can dream. Yeah, that worked a lot better. Yeah, don't even try to get up there. Hang out right here. Wait for the second thwomp. There we go. Go down onto the green Koopa. Jump across. Go down. Wait. No. Like, I'm getting somewhere with this. Well, when I'm doing it the way I suspect I should do. Okay. Don't worry about this. Think. You bet. In fact, you gotta wait. Explicitly have to wait until after that works. Okay. I think I want to go about one cycle earlier on that one if I can make it. I don't know if it's going to work because I don't know if I have enough scroll for it. But it's certainly worth a shot. Brave jump. Ah. Clever spikes. Though I'd be surprised if I'm not the only person who ever dies on those. Something happened. Something different happened. Cosmic clone? That's true. That's the thing that just happened. There we go. Okay. Reobserve. Build new theories. Jump. He kind of looks like Meat Boy. And that's a good thing. Meat Boy is pretty cool. If I get to the fence, I have a good strat now. I've got that going for me. The problem is getting beyond the fence. That was a terrible idea. Don't go early. Care not about getting hit. Or do care, because if you try to wiggle, it's not going to work. Thinking. Oh, let go of A. Intriguing. Yeah. No, Cosmic Clone looks best with the mushroom, and this level is not highly mushroom enabled. It's just not. Does not support mushroom. There we go. Now we can do the actual... No! I'm not close enough to proc the thwomp. It's another thing that's kind of awkward about the controller is you get superfluous inputs. I don't usually die there when I'm small. There was one level in VLDC that I was like, this level would be fun. Oh, no, it wasn't that in VLDC. It was Sweet Dude's hack. The world's hardest hack that he made. I'm like, this would be a lot easier and more fun with a keyboard than a D-pad. Need to disabuse myself of jumping when panicked. There we go. Woo, PB! This level is easy, Mario is just drunk. I mean, that's true. This level would not be difficult without the additional rules of Mario drinking. I think I'd probably just stick with Cape. Often Star wouldn't be the best option. As much as I do love Often Star, except when I'm fighting Bowser, in which case Often Star is a terrible liability. Yeah, it's too early. Well, I meant to bounce on the thwomp, but this works too. Yeah, I ended up hurting my thumb playing that hack. It wasn't a smart move on my part. Bonk. Okay. No, if I press right there, I just die. I need to stop doing that. Wait for it. Yeah, I think you actually have to wait. It's not clearing the timers between retries. And so with that, I get this much more pleasing aesthetic motion. And of course, just Mario jumping off into nowhere. Okay. What? I was not expecting that arc to the left. Even after saying it, hey Pat, don't do that. You'll end up dying if you do that. Okay, I need to. All right, there's no pausing. Want to enjoy my beverage. Haven't done that in a while. I'm just gonna think about, like, if I was judging this contest, how would I rank this in the list? And honestly, this is one of my least favorite kind of gimmicks. Messing with how movement works is often just unpleasant to me. Especially when I'm glued to the floor. There are some entries I would like less. I'm sure there's entries I'd like less. I mean, there's always the case. I just don't think anyone did this kind of thing for 70 to 72 hour Kaizo. Oh no, someone did. Someone messed with the control scheme. That was MM102's level last time. The one that required pressing R and L to kind of get moving. That was an interesting level. Had a lot going for it. I think it also wasn't good for my controller, but... Get up there! I thought I might hit the corner. Just every time I run into the dry bones and just kind of fall into it. Just die a little inside. I haven't even seen like a tenth of this level either. Like, I've not seen very much of it. I do like the net part. I feel like I could have. I feel like the net part would suit me well. It turns the whole thing into a bit of a puzzle. Okay, that was just bad on my part. I should have jumped slower. Slowly. But also my natural inclination to jump when I feel like I'm not in control does not help. Like, not at all. Yeah, you're right. It's with ice and stuff. Like, whenever you're not feeling in control, jumping generally makes your life better in normal, standard stuff. Kaizo accepted, because Kaizo is Kaizo. Like, if it doesn't want you jumping, you shouldn't be jumping, and vice versa. But here, it completely wrecks me, because I can't just do the thing I generally do to get out of a sticky situation. Unless old school Kaizo is its own beast. Kaizo 1 would not necessarily be recognizable as Kaizo to some people, I imagine, who learned on the newer stuff. I don't know why I'm moving forward at this point. It's a terrible idea. There we go. Okay. I cannot believe I made the same mistake. Both reasonable attempts. I still love that start, though. Not that it helps me, because I immediately lose the power-up. But I do like how that start plays out. As Hyper 6 energy? I mean, possibly you could see that. Kind of like the high gravity levels in Hyper 6. In the first BLDC, Bad Level Design Contest, there was a Hyper 6 high gravity homage. I forget who made that one, but I think it came in like 3rd. I didn't play it because I only played a couple of BLDC levels. Old school BLDC levels. I helped test Daizos on real hardware, and I played Hawaluta's, which I felt was made using Markov chains. It felt like it was some sort of output of an AI, which he took as a compliment, so... Hyper 6 energy is one of the guiding principles. Ah, fair. Haven't played enough Hyper 6 to really know the full type of Hyper 6 energy. But why do I keep trying to jump, standing jump? That doesn't work there. It's stuck here. Hyper 6 design contest when? Oh, they'll find the guy, the original Hyper 6 hacker, to come and judge it. I'm certain he'd love to do that. Hyper 6 request. I would like to note, as with the most recent request I fulfilled, Amari is probably doing something better with his time. You can only hope. As with the most recent request I fulfilled, the Superman 64, the only thing it says is I will give it a full stream playthrough. which I did for Superman 64. I played it for more or less a whole stream. There's like 4 hours of me playing Superman 64. So... New PB. Oh, that was so close. Oh, hey, no pointless. How are the levels? Oh, they're pretty good. I think I've only played 2. Definitely say there are some beefy front-loaded ones, at least for me. This level is particularly difficult because Mario is drunk. Yeah. Had a few too many. Just how it goes. Yeah, this is Alex's and Yopi's level. He's been clipped by that one. There we go. I want more net sections. I like the net sections. I understand how to do the net sections. Make a QLDC level that controls like Superman 64. I mean, this isn't far off from that, I guess. I mean, no, it actually is quite a bit further off. Honestly, once you get used to some of the controls in Superman 64, it's not that bad. Like, I got pretty decent at the ring stages after a bit. But the biggest problem is just, like, the actual stuff you have to do is really dumb. And there's a lot of jank in that game. My biggest problem was robots exploding on me. And I mean that literally. They would explode directly upon me, and then I would take damage, and I'm like, well, that sucks. There's not a whole lot I can do about this now that this robot blew up on me. But, yeah. God, it is so hard to kill momentum. Like, this is worse than the no turnbacks thing that Fisk made in terms of being able to consistently do anything. Like, at least with that, I know what to do. It's just really hard to control your momentum. Well, this... No, that's dead. Make a level that's just barely not all that really challenging. At the end, there's a long waiting section for the goal tape. You can hit reset game. One of the QLDC levels was exactly that. I think it was Para's. But like the level itself wasn't hard. You just had to go through a really long goal tape section where you could control, manually control some of the blocks, turn on and off blocks, and that was like a minute of gameplay. And that was actually a pretty funny level. This is the furthest I've ever gotten big. Frankly speaking, I'm not exactly sure how I did it. Of course I get the one that's a coin. I was optimistic. I should not have been optimistic. Oop. Never be optimistic in a level you have had a part in. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think I found every pixel you can die on in this particular part. There we go. Not terribly happy with how I did that, but it works out. Nope, I'm not terribly happy with how that worked out. I think it's a great time to take a short handbrake, isn't it? Okay. Perfect time. How are you, Get Spent? How you doing? Thank you for the raid. Take a moment, just leave the fish on screen. What's up? What's up is that Mario was drunk. If you hit raids every 4 seconds, you can you have your pause to cheese. That could work, actually. That's fish value, it's true. Just get people to raid you to beat this. It's too bad there's a cooldown on raids. Yeah, we're playing QLDC level. This one is actually made by Jolpe himself, as well as Alex from SMW Central. And in this level, every time I press a button, Mario keeps holding the button for half a minute. Or half a second. Sorry, not half a minute. Half a minute would be terrible. And so it's really awkward to do anything. As you can see, I'm kind of dancing around trying to not die. Cheer 1 every 4 seconds. Yeah, you could do that. And sometimes I just can't leave the floor. And sometimes Tails. So, all good things. Yeah, it's an interesting concept. I don't think I like it, but I'm not very much in the fan of this sort of weird interface screw thing. And I think it works a lot better when you're not playing on a gamepad. Because you don't get superfluous inputs as much on a keyboard. But I'm not judging it, so it doesn't matter what I think. I'm just playing. Literal jank, exactly. Hard on keyboard too. Yeah, fair. How you doing, Alexa TTV? I like this. Oh no! He got back up. That's like one of the best Thwomp setups I can get. In your cool hack, you updated... Cool Zone hack, you updated the Shy Guy. Nice. There a newer version? Nope. There. There's no Shy Guys in my sprite list. Oh, that's a good point, actually. If that has a Shy Guy sprite in it and you point me at it, I could just run the command I have to just take the sprite out of the hack. It's so lazy, it in fact loads the entire hack up on the SNES and sucks out the important part of memory. It works surprisingly well, honestly. I need to be a little bit to the left. No! Alright. I think it's time. Yes, incredible. Simply incredible. We're going to take a look with Cape, because I'm tired of this. I think it's a very questionable concept, but it's just not for me. This is painful for me. I've tried, I just cannot seem to get it together well enough. It is indeed cheats time. I mean, even with cheats, I might still screw this up, see? Oh, it's actually it's a hard gimmick. Without a doubt, it's a hard gimmick. I did a non-trivial percent of the first half without cheats, and even then, it was difficult. Though, admittedly, I'm just not very good at using the one mechanic it gives me to help me chill out and just wait. Like, you can press down to kind of cancel everything for at least a little bit. But then you have to wait for the down to cancel, and since this is now an auto-scroller, that's not really as helpful as it sounds. So. But. And as we're seeing, even with hacks, I'm not doing very well. But Tails does a cute, very cute ducking, so we've got that going for us. There we go. See? Beautiful. With Cape, you can do these sorts of things. There is no way to get a Cape in this level, outside of cheating. Alright, so let's see what's past this point. Oh, those are both coins? I'm glued to the floor! I'm really curious to find out if this is an emulator glitch or something. Because the glue to the floor thing just is awful. Though I think this is very much in the middle of the pack in terms of numbering, right? This was like, what, oh god, it's been like 2 hours. I've literally forgotten what number this is. 36? Yeah, you're in the middle of the pack, so you're not going to find that out for a while. Definitely had that, but not as much as me. Probably because you panicked a whole lot less than I did. With Cape, some things are possible, such as not dying there if you walk right off the cliff. Beautiful. I tried pressing down. The amazing thing is, cheating isn't helping me all that much. I'm not getting that much further past the parts where I generally die. Done 69 yet? No, I have not done the nice entry yet. I've only done like 7 levels, so... No! Excited to see 69 when Kez or Third Wall start because they're doing a reverse order. Yeah, I appreciate that not everyone is going in the same order. I personally, when judging, refuse to judge in order because I don't want to. That's just my philosophy. But I like it when people choose good orders. I think Louis' shtick, which was all of the prime numbers backwards and then just do the remainders after that, was a pretty good one. Things that are consistent so people can figure it out is also kind of nice. I mean, yeah. With 7 judges, you would hope at least a few do something different. But yeah, it's good that Amper asked. Here we go. New territory. Sort of. Oh, more fences. I love the fences. Well, I kind of love the fences. Oh, if I just held up. But yeah, if everyone does it in the same order, basically everyone in the latter half has to wait like a month to get to see their levels. So, I'm a firm believer. The numbers are still really useful. Hey, I'm between thwomps. In terms of like getting the judges all on the same pages, and oh, god dang it. Glued to the floor. But using them as your guiding number, just no, not for me. In fact, I have a script for picking random numbers that just uses whatever ROM directory I pointed at, and it keeps track because of the database. The database that was originally designed to make it so that I could have the CD-ROM drive open on the Windows 98 machine. I kid you not, that thing has become so important to me, and the original reason it exists is so stupid. It is just unbelievable that it's become a, it's become a cornerstone of so many of my scripts, that one database and endpoint. And really, it was just for Windows 98 to be able to communicate, because I didn't quickly find a WebSocket library that worked on Windows 98. Some legacy software? Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, you can run Python 2 something on Windows 98, which works really well. I've actually had no problems with it. Are you kidding me? I missed it entirely. But yeah, the problem was I just didn't... You can't run pip on Windows 98, so you can't install later WebSocket stuff, and I imagine its lack of certain crypto libraries would probably hinder it from running modern WebSockets, because I think they want to do at least some crypto on it. But I'm not exactly sure what the standard is. So, yep. There's just a webhook it queries every few seconds to ask, hey, should I eject the CD-ROM drive? And then it does, if it needs to. It gets some other metadata as well, when I've had it do like text-to-speech. Though I haven't used the DOS text-to-speech in a while, because it only works if I'm playing a DOS game under Windows under certain circumstances. So, it's not perfect, for obvious reasons. TLSL2, probably. I just didn't land. But yeah, the Windows 98 machine I have does not handle, or the IE6 clearly doesn't handle those things anymore. I have a weird Mozilla port that I use if I need to web server, or web browse, for most things, except when I did the Caverns of Blood thing, because it really only works on IE6. Does remind me I need to go back and see what I can salvage out of the castle quest. More projects I don't have time to do. Or the inclination. It's from a Delta Room. That would explain a thing or two. I finally, last year, joined the non-trivial number of people who have actually played one of Toby Fox's games. Turns out Undertale's actually a pretty good game. I just avoided it because of the massive hype and, in general, that sort of fan group generally... Oh, why do I keep overshooting? That kind of fandom generally speaks badly to me in terms of my interests. But, yeah, it turned out to be a lot of fun. I beat it twice neutral on stream. Once was on accident. And then did the pacifist route. Don't get the hype over fandom? Yeah. Fandom has ruined a lot of good things. Just because overactive fans kind of can make things unpleasant. Oh, I bet it was nuts in its heyday. Deltarune is on my list of requested games that I'll do at some point, though it's currently crouched in a weird spot on the request list between if I could get if I get Rhythm Heaven working, and if not, Deltarune. And then Zuccotti has Deltarune if that doesn't work, or I need to play a couple of bosses from Undertale. So, only chapters 2 and 7 are done. That strikes me as an odd thing. It does remind me of Leisure Suit Larry, which is a game that has it. Only had the yes, stay right there. Didn't have the 4th game completed. The in-game explanation is that the floppy disks for it were lost, and so they went straight to Larry 5. But really, they just didn't have a good way to go between the relatively happy ending that's set up in Leisure Suit Larry 3 to any sort of conflict that they'd need to have a proper game for in 5. So the more you know. Misreading. Yeah, that'll be the day. Well, no. 2 out of 7. Oh yeah, I definitely misread that. I read that as chapters 2 and 7. Look, I wouldn't put it past Toby Fox to do something weird like that. Non-linear storytelling, I could totally see him being into that. Who is Oscar Lake? Yeah, that's also on the list. I think I looked that up and was like, what is this? But it definitely sounds interesting. I want to say there was a similar game that's been on my list of things to try to play called, it was like Starship Arizona, which is ostensibly a way of, you're supposed to learn English through it, but you're actually, the plot is something like you're an alien and you need to get out of Arizona, and so you need to convince people to give you all these random objects. And it's a point-and-click adventure game with some FMV and bizarrely 3D panoramic images. That's the thing you wouldn't expect out of this, especially given what was published. And this is like Windows 3.1 software, which was the biggest problem because I couldn't get it to install on Windows 98. And then I tried to get it to run through ScumVM because ScumVM has support for this particular game, though I don't think very well. I think it's a part of their Adobe Director package. And so it only kind of works. Because, you know, no one cares too much about Adobe Director. But yeah, the installing it 3.1 didn't work. And then I ended up installing it in a Mac OS VM. But it was like OS 7, and so it was kind of a pain. And it wouldn't do the 3D panoramic things. And it crashed whenever I tried to do any of that stuff. There's one tile! So, long story short, trying to do DOS adventure gamey stuff if it doesn't work with ScumVM is a pain in the butt. That's the real long and short there. Support your local ScumVM developer if you like adventure games. Oscar Lake is point-and-click detective stuff. I am a big fan of point-and-click detective things. It's an interface I can get behind. So I'm kind of trying to imagine what the Sierra game equivalent of this level would be with a point-and-click interface, like the mouse just kind of meanders while you're trying to do stuff. Whenever you choose an option, you don't get what you want. You instead get, like, the option 3 below it. That worked. I'm just gonna jump. Yeah, that's a good call. Just jump, Pat. I really hope getting on that early isn't gonna kill me. Phantasmagoria enjoyers? Oh, of course. I have beaten both No, not the door. Oh, good. I'm underwater. Is this worse? Or better? Oh no, it's way worse. Okay, I see. Alright, I'll always give this a legit shot. We'll unload always cape. Love to see a level that makes you have cape. It's still hard to beat. I mean, cape levels in general have that property. Hey, Boone! Everyone loves Boone. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm a Boone enjoyer. This is now a VIP quality level. But yeah, I've played both Phantasmagorias on stream. I actually own physical copies of both Phantasmagorias as well, so like, when I was playing it, I had to go and flop discs around the whole time. And whenever someone redeemed eject CD-ROM drive, CD-ROM tray, the whole thing came to a halt. It was kind of fun. But yeah, Phantasmagoria 2 is a really good game. It has great characters. Especially Trevor. Trevor's awesome. Trevor's the GOAT. It's also a game that's the first of its kind, though if I explained why it was the first of its kind, it would spoil an important plot point. So... yeah, I think that makes sense that the water section would be a lot easier, because the water sections already require you to play with momentum, at least a little bit. And so this isn't nearly as bad as it could be. Okay. And it gives you all the time in the world. Also, like, you notice how little forward I go on every press. Like, that's nothing. Got it. But wait, there's more! Do I have to beat Bowser under these constraints? Point of common sense. Drink responsibly. Brought to you by beer. We want you to drink a lot, but drink responsibly. Yes, this is exactly what it is. Think a lot about the random conga line outside the club in Phantasmagoria 2 a lot. Yes. Oh, that's so good. So if you haven't been looking at this, the guy who plays Curtis now has a YouTube channel and has been interviewing people about this kind of thing, and there's actually a clip where he talks to one of the people who worked on the game, asking them about what the hell is going on with that conga line outside the club. And the answer is really dumb. It was just, hey, they were there, and we were like, hey, you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, sure. How do I throw? Let go. Oh my god. I have to plan half a second into the future when I want to throw. In addition to running away from everything. Okay, that worked. I don't know why the other critter died. Heard about that channel? It's amazing. Yeah, Conversations with Curtis, if you want to look it up on YouTube. He was also getting around to digitizing some older but higher quality footage for Phantasmagoria 2. So. Two male... What? I don't recall the two characters having sex. I don't believe that's... two male characters having sex in that game. I don't believe that happened. There is I think there's a kiss. I don't recall there being any sex, though. Just the one. I guess there's two sex scenes in that, isn't there? There's the S&M one, and then there's the non-S&M one. Make that 3. There might be 2 S&M ones. Nope, my plan was not good enough. You made the same concept Bowser fight? I have played a lot of weird Bowser fights, so I'm relatively well equipped to handle this, except forgetting that it's always a full press of A. Spin jumping on the ball is just the way you do it. You gotta spin jump on the ball. Admins only. Yep. I really should just make that the default and then fix it up, but I'm lazy. Chat hacks be that way. What did I notice about Phase 1? I noticed it only took 1 hit, so I appreciate that fact. Otherwise, it looks exactly the same as most. I also noticed that the Mecha Bowser died upon Bowser taking a hit. So, I appreciate that fact. Also, before I forget, how you doing, Aki Knight? Time to lurk up and sleep. Yeah, fair enough. Sleep well. There we go. Yes! At first you had a boss rush of vanilla bosses planned, but it didn't happen in the end. I think that's for the best. Though Morton would have been fun. Just Morton, though. No one else. Just Morton. No more spin jumping on the balls. Oh, except that one. But Bowser can't hurt you when he's not rotated properly. I know that for a fact. Because everybody, when given the power, will eventually try to rotate a Bowser. That... okay. Waiting for someone to ASM all bosses into one room. That would be impressive. Painful, but impressive. I cannot time this. This is my least favorite part of the Bowser fight. I don't even mind the other parts. Like, I'm pretty sure I can get the 3rd hit reasonably fast. Ow. Did not... No, no, no. Ludwig, Wendy. Oh, I bet. I got lucky. Oh no. Nope. Okay. Ah, no! Morton was easy. That's why I said Morton would be fun. Alright, Bowser fight. How am I supposed to do this gimmick? How do I do this? I just need 1 hit in 2. No. There we go. Huh. The other Mecha Koopa did not just die. How odd. Kind of surprised. Nope. Ugh. Should have jumped first. You can tell I've done this before. I've done weird Bowser fights so many times. Like, I know the score on this. That was close. If he hadn't stopped moving, I think I would have gotten him. Maybe. Maybe just cope. Punt him off. I don't want him. We'll try again with this next set. I still feel Bowser uses fewer colors than they could get away with Mode 7. Nope. One of these days Boone just reminds you a bit from Such a Beautiful Day That You Can't Retell. Fair enough. My least favorite part about Bowser is waiting for Bowser to spawn. Maybe one of these days I'll calculate exactly how many hours of my life have been wasted waiting for Bowser to spawn. Throw it! Darkly funny but good film? Huh. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it. Of rejected film? Oh, okay. That makes sense, and I really decided not to get the mushroom for some reason. Rejected was that cartoon thing about my spoon being with the spoon too big bit, right? Am I thinking of a different one? Okay. At least I know this. That was a dumb way to die. I didn't get the mushroom. Just one of those days. One of those mushroom getting days. Look up, look down, look up. Nope. I had this once. I understood at one point how to do this. And maybe I just was getting lucky. Wait for the mushroom. It's worth it. It's totally worth the mushroom wait. Like, stopping doesn't help me any. Okay, how do I kill this guy consistently? mean, the... What? Oh. Well, that's a problem. Oh, this is remade music? In retrospect, I guess I should have noticed something was a bit off. Yep. I'm regressing. I was getting the second phase consistently, and I just do not have the extra second timing. That is one weird-looking wolf. Okay, my initial plan was something like this. I kill one of them. I get stuck against the wall because I forget what I'm doing. And bonk it. There we go. Spawn an extra one? No! Jump! Oh, it is Chrono Trigger music. Just brief enough I don't notice. I've run out of things to say about Bowser. Bowser is made in Mode 7. That's why the background is completely black. The things around here are actually sprites because when you're doing Mode 7, you can't really use the rest of the screen for anything. It's one of those things. Just Mode 7 things. If I wasn't holding right when the... I don't like where I am. I don't like where I am now. Well, that was nifty. Completely planned. SMW needs more Mode 7 giant boss sprites. Are there any on SMW? Oh, for... Are there any on SMW Central beyond, I guess, maybe a Bowser disassembly? I guess there are some. I don't know if there's any available, but The Legend of Zelda Hack by Maxwell Hacks has a bunch of Mode 7 bosses inspired by Zelda bosses. Those are actually pretty cool. Relatively simple, but pretty cool. Nobody does Mode 7 on SMW Central. It's all done privately, which is a shame. Yeah. I mean, Donut likes doing Mode 7, but yeah, releasing things like that are kind of fiddly, probably. Could always learn some assembly for great good. Hopefully, maybe. Assembly is not easy. That works. Not ideal, but it works. It always takes longer than I think for the release to happen. That worked. Now I just have to not die to stupid things. Hopefully maintain this Mecha Koopa. And throw it at Bowser. Well, one of the things I accomplished. Now we slowly wait. Waits faster, I wish. It's a long wait. Honestly, I want to see what Phase 3 looks like in terms of difficulty, because I'm curious. I always feel Phase 3 is easier in some ways than Phase 2. No! Bastard. No! Get thrown into the bowling ball. I appreciate the mushroom placement. Regardless of whichever way you spawn it, it runs into the door. Beautiful. Completely intended. It's not where I wanted those to spawn. Then again, I guess there really isn't any good spot for me to spawn them if I'm working the way I am, which is really dumb. Like, the bowling balls aren't hard. It's the throwing the Koopa that's hard. Like, that's exactly what you do. If you're not allowed to spin jump on things, you just do this. No, it is infuriatingly difficult, surprisingly. Like, it always seems to go half a second later than I want it, which is half a second in real time. At least I haven't gotten stuck to the damn floor. That's the one thing I can say about this Bowser fight that I like more than the other parts of this level. I have not gotten stuck to the floor. Okay. That was not the one I wanted. Too far over. That was dumb. And he stopped. Just need one hit. Didn't even throw him. How do you get stuck there? Yeah, instead of his feet being glue, his hands are now, and it isn't always feeling consistent, but I suspect that's me not being consistent. I've fought more annoying Bowsers. But I've also fought a lot of annoying Bowsers. I think one of the worst one was when I had a... No, the worst one was when it would... Well, how did it work? The gimmick there was... Stop. Oh, that's... Barely. was there was a hole in the ground. The ghost house hole was on the ground, and Bowser would throw... Instead of throwing Mecha Koopas, he threw bouncing Koopas, and those bouncing Koopas would... Oh, for fuck's sake. Would, whenever you hit them, spawn a hurt box that would persist through the rest of the fight. And it would never go away, unless you cape slammed it, I think? Maybe? It was a really awful Bowser fight. But the hole in the ground, that one change greatly changes the dynamic of the fight. For one, bowling balls don't fall through it, obviously, because they're not meant to interact. But basically it means that most of your Mecha Koopas go straight through the floor. And there's not much you can do about it. And you can only really catch the ones on the far left. So basically it takes like 3 or 4 throws for you to actually get one that's viable. Did not want to do that. Thankfully, mushrooms are faster than Bowser's. I just want to jump on you! Yes! Phase 3. Which I think is one of the is marginally easier than Phase 2, because Bowser moves in consistent ways. Which will help, because I can't move in consistent ways. And thank you for following and making the screen red. There are no fish. Nothing quite better than the red screen of Bowser. The red screen of Bowser actually sounds like a thing that would happen on Windows or something. Oh no. No, no, no! Bowser rejected my fish. It's true. We're back to the start, but at least the screen isn't going to be blindingly red now. Which, honestly, isn't a huge improvement. Vista crash? Oh yeah, there was a red screen of death. I forgot about that in Vista. To be honest, I tried not to use Vista. Even at Microsoft, when I was working at Microsoft, people tried to avoid using Vista. It just wasn't a good product. They had high ambitions, none of which paid off. That worked. Didn't mean for it to work, but it worked. I did not mean to do that. That worked out completely independently of me doing anything good. No! Double no! It was kind of a mess. The biggest thing was just stability wasn't there. Part of that was because they changed the driver models, and an awful lot of drivers hadn't caught up. They wanted to move a lot more stuff into user space, which was good. Vista made a lot of long-term good changes, but the costs for consumers in the short term was kind of painful. Windows 7 got to, you know, build upon those successes and claim what massive victory. Oh, that was close. Nope. I was confused about the hatred of Vista because I never had any problems with it. It might have been because you had a computer that was made for Vista instead of upgraded into Vista. There we go. But internally it was a big problem, in part because they had to do the big Longhorn reset. They had a bunch of ideas, things that kind of got salvaged in small ways. So like transactional NTFS and the transactional APIs inside of NT kind of came out of that. But they never really got the WinFS project to work the way they wanted it to. the idea of using a database for your hard drive didn't really catch on. And arguably, it still hasn't quite caught on, but, you know, it's closer. That was such a stupid way of dying. Was a laptop? Yeah. I mean, nobody actually liked ME. ME, when it came out, was already obsolete. Like, it was basically an excuse to try and wring out another, like, release out of the 9X kernel, and it was already the year, what, 2000 almost? Would have been, I think ME came out late 99 at best. And Windows 2000 was around the corner. So it was kind of pointless unless you were highly invested in 9X, stuff that wouldn't work on it, 2000. Which was not that many things that weren't video games. Apparently I can't talk about Microsoft and play at the same time. And of course XP came around and it was so much better than both of those things. Though 2000 has a place in my heart still. I think I have a copy of Advanced Server that was burnt out of one of the build labs lying around still. I think my last favorite Windows was Windows Server 2008 R2. I still have a machine running that, though I've greatly reduced its surface area to the internet over time for obvious reasons. And it basically does nothing except act as a file server. So I boot it up every once in a while to copy files over. I can't believe that worked. I'm getting marginally better at this, and I don't know if I like it. .2000 and XP were the best? Yeah. Well, 2000 and XP were sort of in that era where you expected your OS to get better with time and to add new features you cared about. And now we're in this era where every time I update Windows, I expect something to get worse. Constantly mess with settings, yeah. Android 10 because your Windows Update firewalled. That's a way to do it. That's a way to do it. It reminds me, I probably need to do the Windows Update thing on this machine to my right. Well, not the other machine. One of the machines to my right. There are two machines to my right. The Windows 98 machine. Oh, come on! That totally would have hit. That mostly holds the Super Nintendo up. Does not need to be updated because it's running Windows 98. Oh, that was him. No. I thought I had more time. Okay, cool. It's gonna hide right now. Yeah, photo apps lost the video cutting feature. That's bullshit. Wants to download some other app for it. Microsoft tells there's an error. Lost it in Windows. Like, it should never go away. You can still use, like, Program Manager if you feel like it in Windows. That's why you use Windows. Is that there is an infinite amount of application, or the API is stable. It will work basically forever. As long as Raymond Chen still works for Microsoft. But you get your source compatibility if you're using Linux. I hadn't back and forth there, I would have been fine. Yes! Victory for Boone. Bowser's blasting off again! Mario's adventure is over. Mario, the princess, Yoshi, and his friends are going to take a vacation. And that's how Super Mario Sunshine starts. Alright, I had to cheat my way through a portion of that, but ultimately, I hate this gimmick and it'll probably do well in QLDC. I think that's the best I can say about this. Like, legitimately, that broke my head for a bit. But it's over. It's over. Now we get to go to a different spot. Credits! I saw that coming. ASM. Isotrahedron. Or isotration? Selkree. Music by Arian, Kevin, Lazy, Miracle Water, S1Z2, Seg, and Slashman. Took me a minute. I was still glued to the floor that I meant to run. What's this? Drink responsibly. I can't think of a better message to leave on the screen. Alright, it's 5:30 in the morning. I did not intend to stream this long. I'll be curious to see how long this level took me in practice. I'm going to guess 2 hours, possibly longer. Overworld by Alex. It's a pleasant island. It's Drinkin Island. The real Drinkin Island was in Super Mario World all along. Not inside yourself, but in Mario World.